Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here's the rookie fourth-round pick, Pierre Strong.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now Jones.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On second down, a run with Strong.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Strong.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try.
From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
Folk's kick is good.
And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 17-yard line.
A first carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
This defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down, here's an option right. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Handoff, Strong running left.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back to throw. Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Jones throwing complete for Harris.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Myles Jack working free that time to take him down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Here's Austin. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Completes it to Austin.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Boswell's kick is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenny Pickett,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's another carry for Harris. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Now Austin. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And Deontay Johnson just continues to build and grow in his NFL career. Finished second in the NFL in targets on his way to his first Pro Bowl last season. Pulls in the catch there to pick up the first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down. Harris running straight ahead. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. He finds his man complete. It's Chandler.
And he will have the Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start set.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
There with the tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's Strong to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second down, here's Strong once more.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Jones. And caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. On the out route, he's got Thornton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Running left, it's Strong. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Finding Henry here on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
They'll go with Strong.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Off play action. Pickett.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
56 yards.
And the Steelers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now this throw caught left side.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Jones.
Well, this complete to Henry over the middle.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Jones.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the one in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Pickett.
Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe two more plays. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Pickett.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, and that's Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for the Steelers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.
I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done. I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not